Group 2 exercise. Apply each component of the CARE approach in a 10-minute small group practical exercise consisting of: you are a PCC student in a classroom and two students, male and female, in your small group are having a side conversation, exchanging religious jokes that are derogatory and offensive. You do not consider yourself religious, but you do say something to them, hoping they would stop, but they continue. Then they start bashing immigrants. Needless to say, you are frustrated, and two other students in your group are angry with what is going on.
We're going to do group 2 exercise. Apply each component of the CARE approach in a 10-minute small group practical exercise consisting of: you're a PCC student in a classroom and two students, male and female, in your small group are having a side conversation, exchanging religious jokes that are derogatory and offensive. You do not consider yourself religious, but you do say something to them, hoping they would stop, but they continue. Then they start bashing immigrants. Needless to say, you're frustrated and two other students in your group are angry with what is going on. And we're going to use the CARE approach. We both are, and we'll go ahead and go through that.
The first part of the CARE approach is compassionate. Compassionate, feeling or showing sorrow with an urge to help. I am an immigrant myself. It took me 6 years to become a U.S. citizen. But before I was a U.S. citizen, some people used to make jokes about me, and like the jokes were not nice. They were like saying bad stuff, like which made me mad. But now that I'm U.S. citizen, I don't care anymore, because it's a different feeling.
We would use attentive, being observant, considerate, and devoted. We would have that concern of what they're talking about. We would hopefully understand that, that these jokes are, they think the jokes are funny, but we would, the jokes, I can understand that are not funny to you because you are a former immigrant. And hopefully we'll understand it, and then we'd go into our next one would be being responsive. So
Responsive, we would like try to give them some advice and like tell them to like take the jokes outside the class, because I don't think anybody wants to hear that stuff in the class.
Mm-hmm. And then the last part of the CARE approach is eclectic, selecting from various systems, doctrines, or sources. If we can't get them to respond from the last one, hopefully we can use it through us talking through students, but if not, then we'd go to the teacher, talk with the teacher, and have the teacher go and approach them and talk with them and say, this is what we're feeling, that we're not getting this point across. So, and that's it.
In the Group 2 exercise, where Cliff and Jasmine used the CARE approach in dealing with this scenario, I think they did a commendable job. Anytime you're in an environment, classroom environment, or any type of environment where people are making disparaging remarks or bashing a particular group, that's unacceptable. And if we ignore it by our silence, we are condoning it. So we do need to say something. We need to redirect that behavior so that people can have a safe environment for learning, not to mention just functioning in day-to-day activities and functioning in the workforce.